Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to automate birthday wishes via WhatsApp using Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow. So I am managing a makeup studio with a name as Divine Glamour, and my objective is to send birthday wishes to all my existing and regular customers from Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Chatflow. So here I have the details of all my customers in Google Sheets along with their birth dates. Now I want to send birthday wishes along with the discount offers to each of them in the personalized format. For sending the WhatsApp messages, here I am going to use Pabbly Chatflow. That is a new feature of Pabbly which helps us to enhance the conversations for our leads, management as well as to our customers. To automate the entire process of sending birthday wishes, I am going to set up the connection between my Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step for your business, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, I will show you step by step that how we can automatically send birthday wishes to all our customers from Google Sheets. So here I'm running a makeup studio with the name as Divine Glamour, and I have the details of all my existing and regular customers in my Google Sheets. I want to send wishes to each of them on the date when they have their birthday, so that I can send them the discount offers, special wishes, as well as engage the customers to maintain the consistency. Okay, but it is quite hectic task because every day some or the other person is going to have their birthday. So we cannot send wishes every day on regular basis to all of our customers. They will be missed then. Therefore, I want to automate this entire process. So I want that every day automatically a message should be sent to the person from the list of my customers whose birthday will be there. And to send the WhatsApp message, here I'm going to use Pabbly Chatflow, with the help of which I will send personalized WhatsApp message with the help of templates. Okay, to automate the entire process of sending birthday wishes to our customers on WhatsApp with Chatflow, here I'm going to simply set up the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So here let's get started quickly. You know, Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to automate all our daily repetitive tasks without the requirement of any coding and any programming skills, by setting up connections between our work applications. So with the help of Pabbly Connect, we will set up the connection between Google Sheets, where we have the details of our customers, and Pabbly Chatflow to send the WhatsApp message successfully. So let's get started. We are currently on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on that sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. So you can find both Pabbly Connect as well as Pabbly Chatflow from here only. Other than this, we also have multiple other products. So because currently I'm using Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on Access Now. I've already logged into my Pabbly Chatflow account as well. And with this, you can see it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On the dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created. And to save these workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. Now, to create a new workflow, let's click on this Create Workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box is appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Automate birthday wishes via WhatsApp using Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow. After giving the name to my workflow, I am going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, the automation which I'm going to create currently is related to my customer management. So here I'm going to select automations for customer management. Let's click on Create Now. And as we have done that, you can see a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains two windows. Here we have trigger and actions. So basically this is a blank workflow which we have to fill up in order to complete our automation successfully. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. So let's suppose here my objective is that every day at a specific time, details should be fetched out from my Google Sheets of the persons who have their birthday, and messages should be sent to those persons in the personalized format on their WhatsApps. It could be one person, it could be one customer, or we can have multiple customers whose birthday will be on same date. So here we have to run the workflow every day at a specific time. Therefore, let's say I'm going to select schedule by Pabbly in my trigger step. Schedule is a feature which helps us to schedule the workflows according to the specific duration, according to our requirements for completing our automation. So let's say I'm going to take schedule by Pabbly in my trigger to run my workflow every day at a specific time. When the workflow is going to trigger, I want to capture the response from my Google Sheets of the customers whose birthday will be on that date. So let's say for that, I'm going to take Google Sheets in my action step. So as soon as the workflow is going to trigger, every day the details of the customers from the spreadsheet should be captured inside Pabbly Connect. And then further, I want to send the WhatsApp message with the help of Pabbly Chatflow. So schedule by Pabbly will be my trigger, and Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow will be my action steps. So we will see when we will set up the connection between these applications, actions are going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the workflow is going to schedule as a trigger at a specific time every day, then only the details will be captured from Google Sheets, and then only the birthday customers are going to receive their birthday messages. All right, so this is the concept of trigger and action. After understanding the whole concept, let us start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we will go towards our trigger step and we will select our trigger application as schedule, because we want to schedule the workflow every day at a specific time. Then we will select the trigger event as schedule workflow. And now it is asking us how often you want to run your workflow. So we can have multiple options over here. Once, every day, days of the week, dates of the month, at regular intervals. I want to run my workflow every day because every day some or the other person could have their birthday. So I'm going to select every day, and now we have to select the time. Every day, at what time you want to start the workflow. So I want that every day at 10 a.m. my workflow should start and the message should be sent. So I've selected time, then I'm going to click on save, and here you can see that we have received the response. So the workflow is set for every day at 10 a.m. So every day at 10 a.m. my workflow is going to start. Then I want to fetch out the current date of that specific date. Then we are going to match the current date with the dates we have in our spreadsheet, and according to the dates of the birthday, we are going to send the message. For that, now our action application will be date time formatter. Date time formatter is an amazing feature of Pabbly which helps us to format the dates in the workflows according to our requirements. We can perform multiple events over here. We can format the date with time zones. We can format the date, add or subtract the time, and we can also fetch out the current date. So I have selected current date as my action event. Then we'll click on connect. In which format you want the date? So I want basic format, that is date, month, and the year. So here we have date, month, and year. I've selected that, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, the current date is received. Okay. So now by using the current date which we have received, we are going to match the birth dates of the customers. We can have for that we have to click on this add action step button. We have to look up the data in our spreadsheet. So let's select Google Sheets as our action application, and we have to select the action event, that will be look up spreadsheets row V1. Then let's click on connect. For building the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, you can see we have two options, add new connection and select existing connection. If you already have an existing connection, just go with that. But if you want to create a new connection, you can just go and click on this add new connection. How you have to build the new connection? For that, you have to click on sign in with Google. Now, then we have to select the account. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Google account. Our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. So let's click on allow. And you can see our authorization has become successful. So the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is built. Now we have to move forward and we have to enter the details in these fields. So first of all, let's select the spreadsheet name. The name of my spreadsheet is customers data. So I'm going to select the same over here. And then we have to select the sheet name. So the sheet name is already selected as 1. Then we have to enter the lookup column. What is the column in which you want to look for the data? So this is the column D, in which I have the dates of my customers. And by using these dates, I want to look for the person who's having the birthday. D will be my lookup column. I'm going to select the same. Then we have to enter the lookup value. What is the value you want to look for? I want to look for the current date. Here you can see I have received the current date, but it is in the combined format, date, month, and the year. In my case, in my spreadsheet, I only have the birth date. So I will have to split this year. What I will do for that, I will go back and I will click on this add action step button. And I will select text formatter. This is another feature of Pabbly which helps us to format the text in the workflows according to our requirements as our action application. Then we have to select the action event. That will be to split the text. Let's click on connect. So it is asking us which text you want to split. I want to split the date which I have received, that is the current date. And because we have already received the current date, so instead of entering the data manually, we will simply map it directly. So this is the date I have received. I will simply map it directly. And as I have mapped this date, it has become dynamic. That means every day when the workflow is going to run, current date will be fetched out and this date is going to replace with a new current date. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process. Then it is asking us a separator. What value you want to use to split this date? I want to split the date. I want date, month and year separately. And we have the separator as the hyphen. So I'm going to use the same hyphen over here as a separator value. Then it is asking us what segment of this date you want, whether you want first, second or all. Because I want both first and second, so I'm going to select all over here. Then I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we have the day, the month as well as the year. So now we are going to map them in order to enter our lookup value. What value you want to look for? I want to look for this date and this month. So each and every customer whose birthday will be on this dates are going to be captured inside Pabbly Connect. Okay, now it is asking us whether you want to include the headers in your response. So I've selected true and we have the sort value. But here you can see we can have more than one customers whose birthday are on the same date. So when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we are going to receive a complex response of multiple customers. And in order to manage the complex response, we have to turn this simple response button off and we have to capture the response in advanced format so that further we will be able to process that complex data and we will get one customer at a time so that we will be able to use the details in mapping and we will be able to complete our workflow. Let's click on this save and send test request button and here the response is captured in the advanced format. So we have these details. So we have first customer, we have second customer and the third customer. So we have 3 customers whose birthday is on today. All right. In the similar manner, the automation is going to work every day. Because we have received the details of all the customers at a time, we are going to now process it with the help of iterator. Let's click on this add action step button and we will select iterator as our action application. Now we will select process arrays. Iterator is a feature of Pabbly which helps us to process the array format of data and provide it in the simple format, that is single data at a time, so that we can set up the connection easily and we can integrate the applications with the help of mapping so that the automation could be set. Let's click on connect now. And you can see that here we have to select the response, which response you want to process. I've selected that already. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, you can see that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received single data at a time. Okay, we have the row index in which we have received the data of this third number row. We have the name, dummy user, email, phone number, and the birth date. Okay. Now we are going to use this data to map the details and to send the message. And as you know, we are going to use Pabbly Chatflow for sending the birthday wishes to our customers. So now it's time to build the connection between Pabbly Chatflow and Pabbly Connect. Let's click on this add action step button and we will select Pabbly Chatflow as our action application. Then the next thing we have to select is that action event. So we want to send the template message. We will select send curl request. Let's click on connect. So here you can see we have 2 options to build the connection between Pabbly Chatflow and Pabbly Connect. If you already have an existing connection, just go with that. I'm going to show you to build a new connection. For building the new connection, first of all, you have to set up your Pabbly Chatflow account. How you're going to do that? By clicking on this add WhatsApp number button. As you will do that, you have to enter access token, WhatsApp business account ID and phone number ID. You are going to receive all these details through WhatsApp Cloud API. So you have to first of all set up your WhatsApp Cloud API account. When you will set up that account, you're going to receive all these details. You just have to enter them and your work is done. And if you want to learn how to set up your WhatsApp Cloud API account easily and to generate the permanent access token, for that we have already created the video and also it is uploaded on our channel. So you can go and watch it over there. Okay. Now, because I've already entered these details and my account is created, I'm going to cross this and now I'm going to generate the key. So for that, you have to log into your Chatflow account and you have to click on this hyperlink. When you will do that, it is going to take you towards APIs and webhooks. Over here, we have the API. So let's copy it and we will quickly paste it over here. Let's click on save. As we have done that, now we have to provide the body. So as I told you, we have to use templates for sending the messages. Now I'm going to take you towards my Pabbly Chatflow account. We will go towards the template section. So we'll go towards template list now. And over here, you can see that these are all the templates I have created for different purposes. For sending the birthday wishes to all my customers, here I have created a template with the name as birthday wish and it is already approved. But I'm not going to open it currently. I will show you how to create a new template, how you can create a template by yourself. For that, you have to click on this add new template. And first of all, you have to provide that category of your template, whether you're creating the template for marketing, utility, or authentication. Let's say I've selected marketing. Then you will give a name to your template which should be in lowercase. So here let's say the name of my template is new message, a random name. Then you will select the language by using which you want to send the messages. So let's say the language which I want to use is English. Then you have to select the type of the template, whether it is text, image, video or document. Here you can select text. If you want to attach any image, video or document, you can also select these types. Then you will use a template header. What heading you want to use in the template. So let's say this is the header I have entered. Now you will enter the template format, that is the main body of the message. In the body you will have to use variables so that the details which you want to replace are automatically going to change. We have the example as well. I'm going to show you. Let's say, so as I've entered variable over here after hello, it is the variable for the name. Then I'm going to enter name over here. I want to enter the name of the customer over here in the message, and every time, because I've used variable over here, the name is going to replace. And in this way you can automate the entire process of sending WhatsApp messages in the personalized format by using the template. Okay, I have used only single variable just for showing you the example, but you can use as many variables in your template as you want. Now we'll move forward. If you want, you can also select the footer, template footer, and also interactive actions if you want. Then you will directly submit your template. As you will submit it, it will be sent for approval towards Meta, and when it will be approved, then you will be able to use it in order to send the messages. But because my template is approved, first of all we have to link it with broadcast. So this is my template. I'm now going to link it with a broadcast. For that we have to go towards broadcast and we have to select add broadcast over here. We are going to add a new broadcast. So first of all, let us select the type of the broadcast. Here we have API campaign. Let's say the name of this campaign is birthday wish. And now we have to select the template. So you have to link the template which you want to use for sending the messages. So here birthday wish is my template. You can see this is the preview of my message. Here I have the variable happy birthday, and because I've used a variable over here, I'm going to enter the name which is going to replace every time. This is the exciting offer which I'm going to provide to the birthday customers, and here we have the entire message. All right, now I'm going to click on add broadcast. As we have done that, the broadcast is added. Also it is live. So now we are going to test it. Let's go towards test broadcast. We have the URL which we have to copy till last and we have to paste it over here. And in this body you have to make some changes. So template name is already same, campaign name is also same. We have to use the destination. On which destination you want to share the message. I want to send the message to my customer. So I will simply map the phone number of the customer which I have received through Google Sheets. The number must be along with the country code. So I'm going to enter 91 over here. That is the country code. Then we have to enter the username. That is the username of the customer. So here I will simply map the username as well. And now we have to enter the first name as well. I have not received the first name directly separately from my spreadsheet. So what I will do, I will simply split the name once again. Let's click on this add action step button once again and we will split the name. So we have to use text formatter to split the name. We will select our action event as split text. Let's click on connect. We have to split the name. So let's map the name which we have received. Here we have to enter the separator. What value you want to use to split the name? I'm going to use the space I have in between the name, first name and last name. And it is saying that if you want to use a space, just copy and paste the given value. Then we have to select the segment. I only want the first name, so segment index will be first. Let's click on save and send test request button. Here I have received the first name which I'm going to map quickly. And done. Okay, now directly I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And you can see that the response is received. So it is saying that the message is sent. Okay, so I'm going to take you towards the inbox of my Pabbly Chatflow account. It is very easy to manage the inbox as we already have an inbuilt feature in Pabbly Chatflow to manage the inbox where we can look upon the messages which we have sent to the customers as well as the received messages. Let's go towards inbox. And here we can see that the birthday message is sent to dummy user. Okay, this means our connection is absolutely successful between Google Sheets and Pabbly Chatflow. So in a similar manner, you can also very easily create this automation. Once you have set up the integration, now every day at a specific time, the workflow is going to trigger. It is going to fetch out the current date. According to the current date, then it is going to fetch out the details of the customers who have the birthday on that date. And then automatically it is going to send the messages. So I hope this automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.